Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for September 23rd, 24th, and 25th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Libra season is officially here. Now, Libra season started actually the 22nd in the evening for Eastern Standard Time. So let me tell you what that would be. That would have been the 22nd... Where are you? The 22nd at 9:04 p.m. Again, that is Eastern Standard Time. So you want to correct for whatever time zone you're in. At the same time, the autumn equinox began at this day. So this is when, so the 23rd is going to be the official start, where it's fully Libra, fully with the autumn equinox. This is also a time when the veil between our world and the other world, the physical world and the metaphysical world, starts to thin. So we could have some very strange occurrences. We could have some unusual happenings. And this kind of lasts through October. This goes to, like I said before, All Hallows Eve. Now, we do have a new moon on Libra. It is in Libra, and it will be on the 25th, and that will also be at 5:54 Eastern Standard Time. So this weekend has some different vibes. It has a little bit more interesting vibes. There's, a little bit more talk about this weekend, so we will see what we will see. The thing about this weekend is, remember, whatever goes on in the world, we still have to live our lives. We are star seeds, we are light workers, and we need to make sure that we keep our vibrations very, very high so we can help others keep their vibrations high too. Okay, now anyway, you know that when I am working on the weekend, when I'm doing the weekend readings, I am using my Radley Valentine angel cards. I will use my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I will also use my Angels of Abundance with Doreen and Grant Virtue, and I will pull one from Emily Anderson Crystal Deck. Now, for this part of the readings, and if you're new here and you've never watched before, this is the introduction, and I will be tagging this onto all of the videos. If you want to go straight to your video, or if you cross-watch, then go down here to the into the description, and I'll have put a link in there. I'll put a timestamp where you can bypass this. I hope you'll watch at least one time. But so for this video, I will be using, in the beginning, this will be more the universal energies, what's going on overall. I will use my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my Colette Baron Reed, the Good Tarot. I will get her name straight one day. Anyway, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay? Okay. Like I said, I've talked to you. The weekend has some interesting energies. That Libra new moon, and a new moon is a time of a new start. And even though we are in Mercury retrograde, we still have 6 planets that are retrograde right now. So they are kind of pushing back. Jupiter and Saturn will start going direct in October. So we're coming to a slowdown with their energies a little bit. So, again, interesting times that we live. What is the old proverb, curse, blessing? May you live in interesting times. So I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message. Try not to get too much in the way of it. So let's see. Higher power. What's going on in the world this weekend? What do we need to know for the world? What do we need to know? How do we get ready for this weekend? What are the energies like for the world? Or what does the universe want to tell us? Here we go. Glasses help because I can't see without them. Here we are. Okay. Remember, anything that is reversed has a little more energy to it. It's a little stronger. Also, too, all court cards have dual energy. So a page will have, the underlying energy will be earth energy, will be pentacle energy. That's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy, money, job, career. Capricorn and Taurus are very strong. There is, Venus is in Virgo right now. I think it's doing something around these dates also. So we do have a lot of that earth energy. Now, night's underlying energy will be the fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I'm sorry, this is very passionate, this is very burning, this is very committed energy. Whether it be right or wrong, it is committed. The only thing really is Jupiter, which is in Aries, and like I said, I think it's around the 8th of October, don't quote me on that Jupiter will stop going retro, so it is slowing down quite a bit right now. Then we have the Queen, which is water energy. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. That's our cups. And then we come to the King. Underlying energy is air or swords, and that is our Aquarius, our Libra, and our Gemini. All of those energies have something going on. It's your thought processes, it's your intellect, it's your thinking things through. It could also be about hearing news. And yes, we have a lot of things. And, Saturn is in Aquarius for a little bit longer, and it will be going direct. I think it goes direct towards the end of October, maybe the 28th. For some reason, I get those 8s in my mind. And so it is slowing down. We have Mars that's in Gemini right now. It is going direct, but we also have Mercury in Libra, which is retrograde. So let's see what we have here for this weekend, universal energy. Okay, well, isn't that one an interesting one? We have the Tower. We have the Tower. It is also reversed. So like I said, it's a strong message, strong energy for us. The Tower is a 16. Numbers have meaning. You can use them for dark magic. You can use them for light magic. You can use them for good. You can use them for bad. We use the good. We endow them with the positive energies. So 16. This is a 1 and a 6. 1 is a new beginning. It's a 10 plus 6, which is transition. 6 is the number of man. It's the energies you put into something. Add it together, it becomes 1 plus 6 is a 7, and that's a divine number. That is a divine, divine guidance, divine umbrella, something that watches over us. It's also a divine intervention. It could be a divine interference. So it's kind of like, I didn't want to go that way, but for some reason I had to. So we have the Tower card. The Tower is where everything seems to collapse around us. The Tower is where we tend to think, what are we going to do? That, this is that time that we're just like, I thought I was doing everything I was supposed to do, because we're just coming from the double energy where there was fear, and we're like moving on, and we're like, okay, you know what, we're facing what we have to face, and then we come to the Tower, and we're like, whoa, is this what we had to come, is this what I had to face, where everything seems to fall down? The thing about the Tower is it means that, yes, while everything seems to be collapsing, it really is getting ready for a rebuilding. So the Tower is not supposed to scare you. It is more to make you aware, and it's more to make you aware of the rebuilding that is to come. Okay, so we do have that first card, which is that Tower. Okay, let's see what this one says now. Oh, okay, so now we have the 8, again, that 8 of Pentacles. Now, 8 is unlimited opportunity, unlimited possibilities. Pentacles is money, is the earth energy, your money, job, career. Now, the thing about this is it's really saying a lot. Okay, the 7 of Pentacles, which this is not, this is the next one over, says you are preparing. The 8 of Pentacles is saying you are prepared, you're ready. Things are not going to take you by surprise. Again, this has money energy to it. This is creating money. This is moving into money. This is also being acknowledged as someone who does have money. So there is a money energy here. There is opportunity here. There is more to come with this energy here too. So we have that. Interesting with that. Next card is, okay, now we come to a 7. Again, reversed. This is 7. Remember, divine umbrella, divine oversight. This is the 7 of rods or wands, which is fire energy. Again, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Passionate, burning, determined. And this is really hold the line. Hold your place. Don't give in. Don't give up. This is, again, you can see, we don't see the people We don't see whoever is down here. We don't know what is down here, but we see that he is standing on the higher ground, and he is basically defending his position. So whatever this is, so here, this is the one that's kind of the scarier energy, but this is really, it has to clear. It's kind of like that, that energy when, after you've had a really good rainstorm, and the wind has been howling and howling, and then once it's all done, there might be some cleanup after it. This kind of, but yet at the same time, you can look out and you can see that, the grass is growing, and that there's positive cleanliness, cleaning going on with this Tower card. But then again, this has a lot of, you've been prepared, you're ready. This is that moving on from the Seven of Pentacles, where it's like, get to work. There is more to come for you. There is more opportunity for you. But then we have the 7 again that says, hold your position. Don't give in. Don't give up. So interesting for this weekend. We will see what we will see, especially since we have that equinox, the equinox going on, the thinning of the veil, and we have that new moon in Libra too. So let's see what Colette Baron Reed has to say for this weekend, or what her cards have to say. Higher power. Let's ask higher power. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know for this weekend? What else do we need to know? And again, whatever this is all about, just don't worry. Just live your life, and live it with integrity, and live it with light. Okay, let's see what we've got going here. Oh, well, I love the Fool. I love the Fool. The Fool is a 0 energy. That's a God source energy. The Fool is have faith, is that leap of faith. This is it's almost that new beginning. It's that I don't understand what's going on in the world, or I don't understand what's happening. I just know that everything's going to be okay. And I just know I have to go where I have to go. I have to go where, God, source, Gaia, whoever that is to you, leads me. So we have an interest, and this is major arcana. This is major arcana. Again, these two are what we can be doing. These two have more of a universal energy to it, as in, the divine energy that's happening. But the Fool is always believe in yourself, have faith, believe that there is something greater out there, and we get through whatever it is we need to get through. Okay? Interesting energies, interesting stuff. I'm going to then ask you now, we're going to get to the reading, so I just be prepared for that. But if you could go down to over there, and if you could like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell for notifications, you really help me out by doing that, and you keep me on air. So I want to thank you, and let's start our readings now. Hello to my Virgos. How are you doing? Yeah, I feel like you should be in a decent mood right now. I know that we have just left your season, but Venus is in Virgo, and I think that that's going to be a glorious time for you. Now, how long was Venus going to be there? Not that long. I think that it's going to go into Libra soon enough. But for right now, just enjoy the warm vibes, okay? Enjoy the love that's coming your way, and enjoy the enjoy the looks too, because my Virgos, you're always taking care of yourself to some extent. I mean, as much as we can take care of ourselves, but I'm kind of getting the looks with the Virgo for you also. So enjoy the looks, enjoy whatever it is that whoever it is that's giving that positive affirmation to you also. So could be a little bit of a love and energy there. Could be a little bit of a let's get together here too. Could be. It could be. Anyway, let's see what we have for this weekend, what the energies are like for my Virgos. First card is Ego. Oh, ego. Ego is always an interesting energy. Now, this is also the devil energy. In the traditional tarot, the devil basically is facing fears, is basically, do I move? Do I not? Do I stay? What am I supposed to do? It's also feeling like things are changing around you. I'm feeling like, things are changing around you, and you're not necessarily knowing how to react to it. It's making you feel a little bit on the vulnerable side. Whoever it is that's changing around you, could be your job is changing, it could be your significant other. It just feels like the energies are changing around you, and you're just not sure on how to attack it, or how to deal with it, or what to even say with it. Ego does have a lot of vulnerability to it. Ego does have some worriedness to it. Now, ego is about, again, devil ego. Ego is about, how much do I share of myself? How much do I present of myself? How much am I willing to put out there of what I'm feeling? So again, Venus in Virgo does have a little bit to do with this, because there could be, it's kind of that energy. Maybe there's somebody there that you're a little bit interested in, and ego comes along, and it's kind of like, do I really tell that person what I'm feeling? Again, it could be your job too. Do I really tell them what I want to do? How much do I share? That's really the whole message with ego coming through. Devil energy is about being afraid, is about fear being used as a tool to keep you from moving. Now, who's using that as that tool? It could be yourself. You could be using fear. Again, fear is a tool of the devil, or it could be somebody else that's putting you in a place or putting you in a position where you're a little bit on that fearful side too. But with ego, with the devil energy, it's basically how much do I'm getting this very much, how much do I really share? How much do how much do I show my vulnerability? So it's an interesting energy to start this weekend with. Now, we have Archangel Jophiel. Jophiel actually has a lot of creativity, and is actually one of the archangels that helps people that are in entertainment. So with ego, like an entertainer, egos are fragile for entertainers, people that are performing. They don't want to necessarily be criticized. They don't necessarily want, and a lot of times people can criticize them they can be cruel in their criticism. They'll say, oh, but I'm just giving you a critique. No, you're really being very mean. So ego is kind of a fragile energy in addition to all the other things that I'm saying. So it is a vulnerable energy. It is rather fragile. It is also questioning whether you want to share your vulnerability, whether you want to actually put it out there or not. Anyway, kind of interesting with that. 15. So 15 is change. 555, change, change, change. A lot of times it can be very much for the positive, but change can be very scary. 1, it could be a 10 plus 5, 10 transition into change. 1 plus 5 is a 6, and that's the number of man. So a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So interesting with that too. Now, the thing with the devil is where those two people, they're standing there with the chains. The thing about those chains is they could at any time, should they decide, they could slip the chains and the bondage off, and they can move on. But sometimes there's security in that bondage too. So this is a big energy here. A big energy. Let's see what we've got going on here now. Ace of Fire. Ace of Fire. So we have the 1, new beginning, new start. Fire is our Aries, our Sagittarius, our Leo energy, passionate, burning, determined. This is really an exciting time. This is really something that's just like, it's an opportunity made for you. It's something that you've been really wanting to go after. Now, is that why? Are you afraid to do it because you don't think you're going to measure up to it? Are you afraid to do it because it's just more comforting to stay in your safety zone? That could be where these two are, what these two are about. But Ace of Fire is something that's really very exciting. It's really very dramatic. It's kind of a big change at the same time. It's not just a little, oh, I got a promotion in the same job that I'm always doing. This is like a big change. This is like a big opportunity. And that could be where our ego is. That might be why we're a little bit worried about it. We're worried that maybe we're not going to measure up. We're worried that maybe people will see that that we don't have. I'm speaking as a Virgo. Maybe they'll see through me. Again, there's a vulnerability here, but the Ace of Fire is one of those opportunities that's kind of, I really feel like you need to look into it more. Don't be afraid to look into it at least. Okay, my Virgos, don't be afraid. So, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. So this is a big change energy to it. Can be understanding why you might be afraid of that. Next card, reversed, release. So now we have a 13. We have the Death card. We have the card that says, something ends, something begins. This has, and again, if you go back to the beginning in the introduction, we had the Tower card, and that has usually something quick that happens. The Release card is also a quick energy. But it might be that you're very, it's just scary. It's just plain old scary. But the Release card has, once something ends, something new begins. So it's hard to tell you, it's easy to say, don't be afraid. It's easy to say you've got this because you really do, my Virgos, but I'm not living through it. So it's not easy to necessarily live through. We have a 13, 1, again, 1 and 10, new beginnings, transition. 3 is creativity. It is celebration. It is the power of 3. 1 plus 3 is a 4, and that is stability. It is leadership, organization. This is Archangel Azrael, who is the angel of death. But the thing about this angel is there to greet you. Okay, and again, I'm going to get a little bit into details. He's there to greet you, to help you through the transitional time. It does not mean anybody's dying, not at all. In fact, when I see the Death card come, it's like there is a big change coming, and whatever is going to be on that other side is going to be glorious. Okay, so you've got some very big, and you also have 1 energy here, 1, 5, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 5, 1. You have a lot of 1 energy, new beginning, new start here. It's just scary as all get out. It's just scary energy, and it's kind of like, again, in the introduction we had the Fool. Sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith. So this could be, again, this is something that you're going to question yourself. But you're going to, the thing about it, if you don't look into it, you're going to question yourself. Could I have done this? Could I have chosen this? Was this my path? And did I choose not to? Now, again, too, I want you, my Virgos, you do think things through. You do go and do your chart. And you do your pros and cons. I always see, when I'm thinking of Virgos, I always see the Post-it notes and I see the float charts, and if I do this, if I do that. So you will think this through, okay? And it's not something that you'll just leap into it without a lot of thought with it. But there is some major changes being offered to you this weekend. Major changes. Anyway, this is Release, Archangel Azrael. The end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. So I would say that these really are working together, but it's fear. It's fear that keeps us from moving on. But sometimes fear can be good. I mean, if, I'm not going to jump out of an airplane because, unless I really had to, but fear can make you think, and fear can make you fear can make you a little wiser, but fear should not keep you paralyzed. So it should not keep you from trying, and it should not keep you from starting. Okay, so whatever this is about, I don't know, just kind of ego's an interesting energy with this. But the Ace of Fire, again, is exciting new opportunities. Something is coming. Release is things are changing. There's a transition here. Generally speaking, especially because of this Ace of Fire, it's a good transition. But it's scary. It's scary as all get out. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. What does our John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards have for you? Okay. But remember too, ego, it's a false sense of entrapment. Remember in the devil card, if you've seen that one, they, at any point, they can slip their bondage. They can slip their chains. They have to choose. So these are some choices. Tell me what this is for you, my Virgos. You know, it seems really big. It feels very big. But that Ace of Fire is like, wow, this is cool. Okay. Anyway, let's see what we've got here for my Virgos here. Here we go. And now we have the moon. Okay, we have shadow. We have shadow. We have an 18. Again, the 1 and the 10 is the same. We have an 8, which is unlimited opportunity, unlimited possibilities. 1 plus 8 is a 9. 9 is like, let's wrap it up. Let's get this done. Okay? Shadow is, it's a sense of going into the unknown. It's a sense of really facing some of those darker shadowy places. So there is a sense for my Virgos that this is not a comfortable weekend. Let's put it this way. But there is a lot of possibilities with this weekend. There's a lot of possibilities for wonderful opportunities with this weekend. The only thing is, it depends on how you approach it. It depends on if you, again, like the Fool in the introduction, if you have faith, if you just kind of say, okay, let's see what this is all about. Now, I never tell you to quit a job. You know, I say it's easier to get a job when you have a job, okay? The shadow is, again, this is the moon card. We do have that new moon on the 25th, right? 25th, Libra, sorry. And Libra this is a new start. It's a new season. But at the same time, you have to think about what the moon looks like. The moon has only a little bit of the moon reflects the sun energy, but it's only a little sliver of light that's coming. So there's a lot you don't know, and there's a lot you're just going to have to take on faith, should you choose to go down this route. Okay? A lot of things with the moon that, you know, on the other side of the moon, we don't know what's on there. A lot of people speculate, but we don't know what's on the other side. We only see one side, even though it goes through many, many different phases. So this is really a time of, of really taking things on faith. It's a little bit scary. It's not necessarily known the way Virgos would like things to be known. But I can tell you with this Ace of Fire, even with this card, I do feel that it's it's an exciting adventure. So, my Virgos, are you up for some excitement? Let's see who this is for, because this has major change energy, but it's also, you know, besides the shadow energy, you have to face yourself and face your fears. The ego energy, you have to face yourself and face your fears. And once you do that, you're released, new opportunities. Ugh, I hate that too. So let's see. But I love the new opportunities. I do love new opportunities, but I'm a fire sign, and so, okay, let's try that. Let's go for that one. But there is a lot of shadow work here. There is a lot of, like I said, facing your fears, facing the unknown too. So there's a lot of vulnerability with this weekend. But there's a lot of really strong possibilities too. Okay, so let's see. Angels of Abundance, what can you give us? What can you tell our Virgos? Here we go. Deservingness. Oh, I like that one. You are a beloved child of God, like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. Interesting with that. You might not see it. You might feel vulnerable. You may not feel like you might not see it, but what did it say? God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. Okay, so have faith, my Virgos. Believe in yourself. Sometimes you have to take that step, that leap of faith. This energy is really big. So we have 3 major arcanas, but that Ace of Fire, that one, is really very important also. So you've got some interesting stuff here. I know it's interesting. Let's go with that, okay? Let's see what we've got here for my Virgos. So don't be afraid. You know, I get that. Don't be afraid. That Venus in Virgo is a really positive aspect. You know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Don't be afraid of what's out there. Okay, let's see what crystal or energy for my Virgos. Labradorite. Shamanic journeying. Brave. Magical power. Higher awareness. My Virgos, what does this all mean? Please tell me. Tell me what this means to you. Anyway, comment below. Also, like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. The weekend energies have a lot of possibilities. Scary, but a lot of possibilities that are great. Anyway, my Virgos, always remember that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.